Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Mac and I'm going to show you how to build a froglight farm. So this farm is really easy to build. Once you have all the materials for it, you can have it built in like 30 minutes. If you've ever built a slime farm, this is very similar but with powdered snow and frogs added. Once built, you'll get over 950 frog lights per hour and a decent amount of magma cream. Well, like enough for more fire res potions than you'll ever need, that's for sure. There might be more amazing frog light farms out there, but nearly 6 stacks of lights for 20 minutes of AFK time is perfect. And you don't need a lot of complicated blocks. So most of the materials on this list, they're easy to gather. It's mostly iron, blocks, and glass. You don't even need crimson fence. It could just be regular oak fence. That's no problem. The most annoying thing, of course, is the powdered snow because you have to have a bucket for each one and getting all 3 frog types to the nether. So you'll need lots of iron for the rails and the iron golems and the buckets, but these days you can build an iron farm day 1 in your world, so that's not a terrible big deal. Or if you're near some mountains, you could probably mine up enough iron in 30 minutes. Powdered snow. Now, you're going to need more than a shulker of powdered snow buckets. There's a 4x9 area of powdered snow to trap the magma cubes, so 36 buckets, a chest plus 9. And of course, you need all 3 frog types, and this took me a long evening of breeding frogs. Now, we're not going to cover the breeding and gathering of the frogs in this episode, just the building of the farm. But I do gather all the frog types in my upcoming Let's Play episode where I build this exact farm in survival. It should be out in the next day or so. I'll put a link in the description for all you people visiting from the future, and I hope it's going well. And hey, while you're at it, dropping a like on this episode is super helpful for me, and if you want to be notified when that future episode drops, maybe hit the subscribe button. I'm also starting to live stream right here on YouTube as well, so maybe consider hitting the bell icon. You don't have to do any of those things, of course, but if you did, I'd be super, super appreciative. Thank you. Location requirements. This farm needs to be built in a basalt delta biome on the nether roof. Now, you could build it below the nether roof if you wanted to, but the rates will be lower unless you spawn-proof a lot of stuff. Plus, you'll have to fight off magma cubes the whole time that you're building, and fight them off while you're dragging frogs on leads around lava pockets in the basalt delta. And pro tip, frogs don't like lava. So here's how it works. Magma cubes spawn in on the spawning platform. They see the iron golems and head towards them, just like a slime farm, right? They fall through the powdered snow, and the large and medium ones get killed by the powdered snow and broken down into the smaller ones. Yes, even the medium ones. The medium ones are just a little bit taller than 1 block, so they still touch the powdered snow and get broken down into the smallest cubes. The smallest ones are eaten by the frogs, and they're pooped out. And then they're gathered up by the hopper minecart, deposited in a chest for you to collect and use. So let's get building. I've broken this down into 3 layers: the collection layer, the spawning layer, and the frog layer. Collection layer. These are the dimensions and the layouts of the rails. I added that rail switch down at the corner. It's not required. You could just have it continually go in circles, but it really is helpful if you need to work on the rails. You can get the minecart out of the way. It's an easy way to start and stop the minecart. You might think that's a lot of hoppers for such a small area, but in one of my first iterations, I only had a couple of hoppers to start, and the minecart overflowed, and frog lights were despawning when I came down from AFKing. So go ahead and use all 8 hoppers. That way you can make sure you're not going to have a problem. You'll have more than enough capacity. The spawning layer. Here is where the magma cubes spawn. So they'll spawn here, they'll head towards the golems, and they'll fall through the powdered snow to the frog layer where they're broken down into the small ones to be consumed by the frogs. Enclose the entire area in glass, including the roof. Otherwise, the golems will sometimes yeet the cubes straight out of the farm. It did that on some earlier versions of this that I was working on. And of course, that will affect spawn rates because they aren't despawning or being turned into frog lights. So I did it with like a 4 high space and then the 5th layer, which is a roof. And make sure when you do the roof, you use glass or you use lower half slabs on this so that nothing is spawnable. The other benefit of 4 high means that it doesn't allow the largest ones to jump very high. They hit the ceiling going for the golems, and then they fall through the snow to the frogs. The frog layer. Frogs are going to be hanging out in this 4x9 section of shroom lights. And as I mentioned earlier, this doesn't have to be shroom lights. It could be just regular blocks. So you could just add 36 more smooth stone and use those instead. I just used a light block so that you could see it while I was recording. It makes everything a little bit brighter to see what's going on. So it is 4 wide, so the largest magma cubes can fall through. The large and medium magma cubes will freeze. They'll break down into the smaller cubes until they're small enough for the frogs to eat. Okay, so now we have the structure done, and now we have to add a few more things to finish it up. One thing we need to do is add these iron golems. Iron golems are made from 4 blocks of iron and a carved pumpkin. You put the blocks of iron in a T, put the pumpkin on top. There you go. You have an iron golem. Now, as far as the frogs go, what I did was I just built these stairs up to the spawning platform, and then I just brought the frogs up on the leads, and then they jumped through the powdered snow, and then I just let go of the lead. Once they're there, they're stuck there. They're not supposed to be able to jump through the powdered snow, but sometimes they do, and it hasn't been too much of a big deal. Usually they end up jumping right back into the powdered snow again, so it's not really an option. I think that pathfinding issue might be fixed in an upcoming Minecraft. Okay, so our frogs are in, our iron golems are there, and now we need to build an AFK spot. Use the 2 stacks of scaffold, 128 total, and just go straight up. Climb all the way up to the top, and we're going to do an AFK test here for 20 minutes and see what happens. Don't worry, for you it's only going to be a few seconds. Okay, our AFK time is up. It's been 20 minutes. Let's head down and see what we got. Oh man, the moment of truth. All right, so the colors are pretty evenly distributed. The frogs worked fairly equally hard, it looks like, so that's cool. Let's see here. 64. Carry the 1, divide by pi. Now, so that's 318 frog lights. And then you divide that, or multiply that 20-minute AFK time times 3 for an hour. And that gives us 954 frog lights. So that's not bad. You can get almost 1,000 frog lights for an hour of AFKing. That's pretty great. All in all, this is a pretty great farm. Now, I think you could probably scale it larger. Maybe if you're on a server and you want to have a frog light shop, maybe put 3 of these side by side. Have, each one for a different color frog light. If I was going to rebuild this again, I might make the spawning platform just a little bit bigger. But honestly, with this farm, it's small, compact. It doesn't use a lot of complicated blocks. I mean, a couple of short AFK sessions, you will have more frog lights than you will ever need. Yeah, that's about it for this frog farm. I hope you have fun building it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments or if you come up with any cool improvements. I would love to take a look at them. But anyways, this is Max signing off, and thank you so much. I hope you have a great day and a great week, and you keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next episode.